So I want to talk real quick. Jason's watching me. I want to make sure we know some real numbers, some real math words here. We call them root jails, right? Higher root jails. But in real life, there is an actual name for this guy right here. This is the guy that's going to be changing. He's called the index, right? So your pre-calc teacher may say, you know, if there's no index, it's a 2, and then we start putting new indexes on. If you leave them off, it makes the problem wrong if it's a more secured prison, right? So that's why I don't really care about the word radicand. I don't really mind radical symbol, but the thing that we need is that index will be changing. So here we go. Let's try the first one. You guys ready? Yeah, 500 seems ugly, but the fact of the matter is I just have to cram more people in jail. So this is a maximum security prison, not super max. We'll get to that in a minute. So here's what it's going to look like. It's going to look a little like this. I'm going to split them up. I did 5 and 100. I did this as 10 and 10. That's nice and easy for me. 10. Oh, that's 5 and 2. And 5 and 2. So here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for triplets, right? Yes. So here come my triplets. I have a 5 and a 5 and a 5. And what's going to happen is one will get free, right? One gets free. The other two, shark and guard. Man, they take the other 2 guys out. Now, the 2s, I don't have 3 of them. So they stay in jail. That's just what happens to them. So 2 times 2, that's going to make 4. So here's what it looks like. And I want to be there and be like, look, Miss T, I get it perfect. I get an A. And you're going to be like, oh, she marked me off. What did I forget to write on this guy? Yeah, I need that 3. I need to say what kind of prison it is, right? Can I leave it off if it's a 2? Yeah. But if it's a 3 or a 2 or 3 or higher, you got to write it on there. Yeah?
If you were to go backwards as a 2, you'd have 2.
Exactly. Can you do me a favor? Can you try the next one on your own? Jason's putting his phone away because he's just telling his mom, I love math. Oh, stop. I hate when that happens. I hate when I mock you and you show me your camera. It makes my mocking worth nothing. COVID kids, he had his calculator out. And Josh, we'll have time tomorrow for you and I to sit and talk about it. Do number 2, please. And before you rush ahead on the stuff in the back, don't, because I'm changing things up. Okay, here I go. I did 12 and 2. And then I did 4 and 3. And then 2 and 2.
I got it.
So here I go. I'm starting to count my triplets. There's 1 triplet. The 2 comes out. The other ones die in the process. The 3 has no one. He stays inside. And it's a medium security prison. It's not maximum because that is happening right now. Yeah, sorry about these numbers, but I got to be able to fit 4 people in prison, 4 twins or 4 quadruplets. Give this one a try. That's the only thing that's hard about these problems. It's not that they're really any harder, just the numbers had to get bigger. Cramming more people in jail. Naughtiness happening over there. You need quadruplets. Yep, you need 4. And you know that because of this guy right there.
Probably 6.
81 times 2, did you guys see that? Yeah, is that right? I'll come scoop you, I'll bring you with me.
Oh, it's 4.
So here's what I got. This is a maximum security prison, right? Not minimum, not medium, it's maximum. I need 4 to get out. I got to get past the guards. I got to get past the dogs. I got to get past the sharks. I got a lot to get past. So here we go. Let's find sets of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That 3 comes out, but that poor 2 has no one. He's staying inside, and he's at a 4. Yeah, don't forget the 4. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is going to hurt your brain a tiny bit, but I don't want you to get lost on this. So here's what I want you to look at. We're looking at number 4. Remember back in the day when we were doing the square roots. So if we had the square root of like 25, and I said, what 2 numbers would give you negative 25? We had a little trouble here, because if I went 5 times 5, that's positive. And if I went negative 5 times negative 5, well, that's positive also. So what we decided was, that's not really possible. So whenever that happened, I would do this I business. And I'd be like, okay, I'm good to go. But when we have an odd number, it is possible to get a negative. Because watch what can happen. Let me explain on this one. Watch if I had negative, I'm going to do the negative 8 right here. That could be negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. The negatives work out okay. These 2 guys cancel, but I still have a negative. So here's what I'm telling you. Don't get all messed up about this. If you have an odd index, you don't have to pull out an I, you just pull out a negative, right? Because it works. When you have odd numbers, you can get a negative number, right? Even numbers you can't, but odd you can. So here's the only thing I'm letting you know. If it's ever negative, you have to ask yourself, if it's even, it comes out like an I. And if it's odd, it just comes out. And that's all there is to it. So here's what I'd like you to do. I would like you to try number 5. And I'm going to break it down for you to give you a little help. How about we break it down into 125 and 3, but I'm already going to take the negative. He's just going to sit outside. I, and if it's odd, because odd numbers, it does work, right? So the other ones is like, yeah, that doesn't work. And we used to say, I quit. And now we're like, oh, with God, it's all okay.
So what did we get for 4?
Oh, so for the answer was, the negative came out. There were 3 of these guys. The 2 came out. And there was no one left in jail. So I closed down the jail. Just negative 2.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, that was number 4. It was just negative 2. Plain old negative 2. Remember, if there's no one left in jail, we close the jail down. Here's over here. I'm going to split this guy up. I think I'm going to do 25 times 3. Is that right? And then, no, 20. Did I do something wrong? 25 and 5? And then 5 and 5. Oh, look, I got some tricks. So here we're looking at it. Let's see what we got. We're looking for triplets. 1, 2, 3. The 5 comes out and the negative. The negative comes with them. Yay. And here's who's left inside. The little lonely 3. And he's left in medium security prison. Again, don't freak yourself out on it. Just know this. If it's even, it's an I. If it's odd, it's negative. The index. Good for you. Excellent use of math words. Last thing to tell you is we're just going to do number 7. Don't let it fool you. This is true. And don't let me ever tell you that Mrs. Tarantino doesn't tell you the total truth. Do you know which prison has the most prison marriages in the United States? Yeah, San Quentin. And San Quentin is a full-on maximum security prison. My point is, will there be hot chicks waiting for people to come out of prison? Absolutely. Does it do anything different than it did before? No, it does not. So whoever gets out of prison here, they've lost their two brothers by sharks and guards. They're going to hook up with the 10. Go ahead and give that one a try. That's my last one. Your homework is super short. I saved your notes because we are doing it tomorrow. Because I'm changing it. I got too long. I'm doing it. You are adorable. No. No. It's not. I promise. Oh, wait. Got it. Sorry.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Yeah, you're adorable. Seriously, I don't want to call you a total liar to your face. You're like, oh, these are, look at this. Oh, I have to. Wait. Hold on, there we go. I didn't like the back. We're gonna do this off, but it's a little too hard. A few of these. Yes. No, they're all doable, but that we're not going to do that tonight. We're going to do that tomorrow because it was a little harder than I wanted to do. Don't do that. That's why I didn't assign it. Look at me, making you actually listen to me. Don't throw it away. That doesn't mean we're not going to do it tomorrow. We're not doing the maze today. We're not doing the maze today. How many are we doing all of them? Oh, no. Okay, you have one with Anne.
I see that one.
Does anyone have an extra homework?
Oh, yeah.
You. Do you need one? You got it. You were. Oh, but no. We're going to do the maze tomorrow. Oh, look, I'm still taping. Oh my God, maybe I'm not.
I'm just exhausted.
Yeah. Sorry, people. I was